A devastating family secret lies in wait for Stephen Fry on BBC2. Who Do You Think You Are is at 9. Right now, it's one pressure cooker of a competition.
Masterchef is back, and the competition gets tougher.
We're looking for that amateur who can make it to the top as a professional chef. Someone who can handle the pressure and still turn out great food.
My life would be changed totally if I won Masterchef.
2 expert judges to decide who wins.
There's only 1 in 1,000 who's got what it takes.
I want the chance to show what I can do.
The prize, to work in a top restaurant.
Cooking does not get tougher than this. Whoever wins this is going to change their life.
I think I am a winner.
Masterchef is going large. These 6 contestants all want to become the next star restaurant chef. But in this programme, only 1 winner will get through to Friday's quarter-final. They face 3 high-pressure tests. They have to invent a dish from scratch. They have to survive the pace of working in a professional kitchen.
1 chicken livers, 3 courgettes.
And they have to wow the judges with their own recipes.
It looks a little bit thrown together to me.
All in just 2 days.
Welcome to MasterChef. Now, you have 40 minutes to prepare 1 plate of food. Take your time, think about it. 40 minutes is a long time. And remember that at the end of this, 3 of you are going home. Okay? Cook.
It's the quick elimination test. Deciding who stays and who goes are judges John Turode, who's been head chef in some of London's most famous restaurants and now runs his own.
It's got to be soul and it's got to be heart and it's got to be passion and drive and enthusiasm and real want.
And Greg Wallace, who for 20 years has been growing and supplying fruit and veg to some of the country's most demanding chefs.
I'm always impressed when someone steps back, folds their arms and has a good think.
In this test, the contestants have just 40 minutes to invent a dish and cook it from today's ingredients, which include chili powder, avocado, ketchup, manchego cheese, couscous and prawns. They can use as few or as many ingredients as they want.
So Jane, tell me why you're here at MasterChef.
I love cooking, I love food. I want to run my own restaurant one day.
And you think you've got the energy and the stamina?
Certainly got the energy. I don't know whether I've got the nerve. It's something that I'm obviously trying to prove today.
Jane is a keen home cook. She's hoping MasterChef will give her the confidence to turn professional.
The only thing that might let me down is my nerves. But hopefully my cooking will overcome the nerves, so let's hope that is the case.
James is an ex-American Marine whose passion for food has brought him to England to study what he loves.
OK, James, the prawns are only going to take a little while to cook.
Yes, sir.
He could be certain.
I think that's 30 years in the Army, I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
Right.
Who did you serve with?
101st Airborne, 1st of the 501st, Alpha Company.
Where?
Vietnam, 3 years.
Crying out loud.
That's what I said, too, when I left. I've had 3 careers. 30 years in the Army, 10 years with the Disabled American Veterans. Now I'm doing what I want to do. Cook.
You have 20 minutes left. 20 minutes have gone, 20 minutes left. And you've made yourself what?
That's mayonnaise, mustard and lemon at the moment.
Brilliant. So you've got a jar of mayonnaise here and you've decided not to use it, but make your own mayonnaise. Just lean forward a bit for me. Lean forward a bit for me. Well done, mate. Good on you.
Paul is a hotshot graphic designer, but his true passion is creating exotic dishes for his mates.
I love cooking for people. I like seeing reactions people sort of enjoy what you've created.
Shuri from Manchester has been cooking as long as she can remember. Her hobbies are food and watching cooking programmes.
What are you doing there, Sherry?
I'm cutting them into a butterfly.
You can peel those prawns with an incredible amount of speed. I'm very impressed. You cook quite a lot?
A lot. I love watching cooking programmes. There's sometimes I sit there thinking, what are you doing? You're putting the wrong thing in.
Lionel, do you know what's black and lives in the oven?
My house speciality, Greg. It's chef seasoning.
Always a good sign of a great chef is one who actually is not even able to toast. You happy?
At the moment, I'm happy.
You going to win?
Well, hey, I'm here to win.
Lionel has already had 2 careers. He now wants to become a top chef.
I don't tend to follow recipes. It's a method of experimentation more than anything, and sometimes it's successful, sometimes it isn't.
You got 10 minutes. Guys, you got 10 minutes, all right?
Andrew's from Glasgow. He's obsessed with cooking spit roasts for his biker friends.
Andrew, we're coming to you a bit late. Looks like you've done yourself. Tell us about your past. What have you done?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that on camera. I've catered for a couple of hundred folk before and spit roast stags, and nothing in the culinary world looks as impressive as a whole beast on a stick turning over a fire.
OK, you got 2 minutes left, guys. Get your food on your plates, please.
The 40 minutes is almost up. Now top chef John Turode and ingredient expert Greg Wallace will judge the contestants on how well they've cooked and combined their ingredients.
Finish. That's your lot.
First up to the judging table is US Marine James. He's made a Vietnamese-inspired dish using prawns and vegetables fried in butter. But will it pass the judges' acid test?
This feels slightly overcooked to me. It's absolutely fine. Lacking a little bit of flavour. It's not picking me up and kissing me.
Despite burning toast earlier, Lionel's hoping to impress the judges with 2 dishes, a couscous salad with prawns and manchego cheese on toast.
Lionel, we asked you for 1 plate of food, you bad boy. Which one do you want to be judged on?
I will take this one, sir.
Take that one. The problem at the moment we've got is we've got a plate of couscous and a couple of prawns on top, and nothing which is bringing the whole thing together. And also, nothing that then goes to me, I put it in my mouth and go, wow, that's clever, Lionel.
Yeah.
Next up is meat-loving Andrew. Can his chilli prawns with stir-fried peppers get him into the next round?
It looks a little bit thrown together to me. It looks a little bit like you got home and thought, well, I've got the prawns, what else have I got in the fridge? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
That's nice. That's refreshing.
Paul might have made his own mayonnaise, but will his exotic chili garlic prawns on couscous impress the judges?
Paul, I am super impressed that you've made your own mayonnaise. And your prawns are cooked really well. Your mayonnaise is good and tasty. But why did you leave them in the shell? Why didn't you peel them and then put them back on top? Because it would have been really easy to eat then.
I always like to interact with the food.
I understand your point about making food fun, but if you want to serve it like that, you've got to be able to peel those prawns without being smothered in mayonnaise.
Nervous cook Jane has made spiced prawns with spring onion mash and an avocado salsa. Will the judges' remarks give her some much-needed confidence?
I have never in my whole entire life tasted mashed potato and avocado on the same plate. Prawns and avocado, well done. Prawns and mashed potato, well done. Prawns, mashed potato and avocado, well, it tastes okay. I think you've tried really hard, but I do actually think that maybe it would be a good idea to just pull yourself back a little bit and think about combinations.
Definitely.
Okay?
Last up is family cook Shuri, who's made a prawn and vegetable curry.
Now, what did you cook your prawns with?
Lemon, a little bit of spice, a bit of salt.
And you butterflied them?
Yep.
Okay. And these vegetables were cooked?
They're cooked with a little bit of tomato ketchup.
Potatoes aren't cooked properly. You know that, don't you? Thank you.
Yes.
We now have to make a decision because 3 of you are going home. Best of luck. We'll be with you as quick as we can.
The tasting is over. Now the judges have to decide who stays and who goes.
Really hard, isn't it?
I like Paul because he made mayonnaise. I think Paul's the only person so far today who has actually gone anywhere near impressing me and actually doing something interesting.
Definitely cooking is an industry that I think I could sort of turn my skills to.
He cooked his prawns very, very well. He presented them in a glass, OK, a bit 70s, But actually, the mayonnaise tells me the guy can cook. I think Jane.
I think Jane.
I tell you why I think Jane, because actually, although she did this mashed potato and avocado thing, she did try. And I think she might go a long way.
She's got to back up a little bit. That was a kaleidoscope on a plate, and I don't want to see that ever again.
I just love food. I mean, I spend my days thinking about food, what I'm going to cook tonight, what I'm going to cook tomorrow, and it's really what my life has all been about.
There's no way in the world I am giving Lionel another opportunity. I don't think he was really thinking very hard. I don't think he tried very hard.
So, Lionel out.
Paul and Jane are staying, but Lionel is going. That leaves Andrew, Shuri and James all vying for a position in the next round.
James, the American.
Oh, Greg. No! I like the guy, but Vietnamese stir-fry without any Vietnamese flavours in it, and cooked in butter, and it wasn't really a stir-fry.
They really do use a lot of butter in Saigon.
OK, so we've got two left. We've got Andrew and Sherry. OK?
Really disappointed in Sherry. Really disappointed, because someone who cooks at home all the time, I thought she'd be very, very good.
The potatoes weren't cooked. It had so much chilli in it, it would burn your mouth to pieces. OK, let's just talk about Andrew. He's interested in what he's doing. His flavours were good. His stuff was cooked. You could eat it.
I do like kind of pretty gutsy cooking, but I mean, I have my moments pouncing around with ring molds and sauce bottles and stuff like that as well.
I think we should give Andrew a chance.
I just don't think Andrew's going to do a very nice 2 courses tomorrow.
You never know. Andrew could come through tomorrow and become the winner.
John and Greg call in the contestants to learn their fate.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience.
Paul, you're cooking for us tomorrow.
It's great news. Thank you.
James, Lionel, you're going. Jane, you're staying. Sherry.
Andrew.
Sherry, you're leaving us. Well done, Andrew. Well done. Congratulations, everybody. Well done.
Kind of surprised.
Happy or just relieved?
Relieved and happy.
Go on, off you go. Well done.
Yeah, really happy to be through. I'm surprised. I really thought I'd blown it.
I'm ecstatic. I'm still nervous, just been quite a nervous day, but I'm excited, really looking forward to tomorrow.
I feel really relieved. I thought I'd really messed it up.
For the moment, they can relax, but tomorrow the pressure is on as they face 2 more daunting tests. It's early morning on the second day of the competition, and the contestants arrive at a busy London City gastro pub, The Fox. Having come this far, Paul, Andrew and Jane now have to prove they can stand the heat of a professional kitchen.
Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Go on, Trish.
How you doing,
Nice to meet you.
Under the watchful eye of head chef Trish, they're going to take on a hectic lunchtime service. They'll be making not 1, but 2 menus, posh nosh for business lunches upstairs, and good pub grub in the bar below.
OK, it's nearly 12:30. We've still got a fair bit to do, and we're expecting people any minute now.
1 chicken livers, 2 plates, no anchovies on one of the plates.
This is where it gets really nerve-wracking.
Andrew is in charge of the main courses, handling the food he loves best.
Actually, quite enjoying it. I like meat.
That's why you never, ever go without a cloth.
Despite burning his hand, he soon settles down to knocking out the meat dishes.
2 salt beef. You're on.
OK.
There's Plowman's as well, Paul. No,
Paul is in charge of bar orders. It's simple food, but he has to cut a steady stream of sandwiches.
Was that 4 or 3 chicken livers?
5.
OK.
Jane has been put on starters.
This is what it's like. This is lunchtime.
As the orders increase, her nerves begin to show.
Come back for the razors. No, bring that back. That was 2, wasn't it? It should have been 2. We've got it here.
The orders are piling up, and before long, there's chaos in the kitchen.
Send
turn these first, and we'll come back to the toast and come back to the chicken livers.
This is all
Okay.
I don't know if it's table 2. There's an order for 4, so I imagine if you've only got one of 4,
It's 5 on that order.
Oh, no, I thought there were 4.
She's confusing all the
2 going
orders.
to 94, 1 going to 8, and we'll come back on the salads and the chicken livers.
These both table 2 though.
No, they aren't.
Oh dear.
With the bar fairly quiet, Paul shows his initiative by helping Jane out on the starters.
The restaurant seems to be a bit busier than the bar. I'm on the bar food at the moment, so I'm helping out where I can.
Great salad you're making there for me.
It's been tough, but eventually Jane gets a handle on things.
And it's a good job that everyone helps out on the starters. It's a real teamwork situation.
With the lunch service over, head chef Trish gives her expert opinion on which of the 3 has what it takes to work in a professional kitchen.
Tell me about Paul.
I thought Paul fared really well. He was mainly trying to put together the bar foods, and I thought he did. Yeah, I thought he worked really well. He was helping Jane out when Jane was busy because everybody had chicken livers, obviously. Jane actually had the hardest job. Doing starters is always the hardest. I think she did a fine job.
OK, so Andrew, you smacked him on the main courses next to you.
Yeah, he did all right. He stood next to me and he kept his cool, and that's a really big ask.
Who moves in that kitchen like they belong in a kitchen?
I think Andrew does, actually.
Andrew?
Even with these bulk, he did really well.
Now they're straight back to Masterchef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. On day 1, Paul impressed the judges by making his own mayo. Andrew has just proved he has what it takes to work in a professional kitchen. And Jane needs to make up ground that she's lost in the previous 2 tasks. It's the final test, and there's everything to play for.
Welcome back. You have got to produce for us 2 plates of food, your own food.
And we expect brilliant food. Nothing less. Do it.
They have just 1 hour to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. The judges are looking for imaginative dishes, well executed and well presented. Only one will win a place in Friday's quarter-final.
Paul, tell us actually, what are you cooking?
Tamarind chicken skewers. That's going to be served with a yoghurt in cucumber and cumin dip. And then for the mains, we're going to be having a spiced pork that's going to be served on a bed of saffron rice, and we're going to have a banana curry, which I'm hoping to impress you with, just as a sauce to bring the flavours together.
Have you got any West Indian mates?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, I grew up in South London, so I've always had sort of Caribbean and West Indian sort of cooking around me from a young age. Yeah.
Paul is out to impress with invention. But will his ethnic dish, inspired by his South London roots, make an impact on the judges?
I'm a little bit worried about what Paul's doing. I've never in my life had anything to do with a savoury dish with banana in it that has tasted any good at all.
That's so West Indian.
Yeah, no, plantain's West Indian, banana is not.
That's a multicultural boy over there, and if you can pull them off, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are halfway there. You have 30 minutes left. 2 of the best plates of food you've ever cooked in your life. 30 minutes, please.
Yesterday, the judges told Jane she used too many ingredients. Today, she's out to prove she does make good food combinations.
Jane, you're cooking duck for us as well as a main course with what?
With saffron mashed potatoes, chilli and garlic.
So at the moment we've got a duck with 5 spice on it. We're using ginger and we're using saffron.
Yes.
And you've made saffron mash before?
Yeah, but it works really well with the 5 spice and the duck. I find that you need something a bit bland against the flavour of the duck.
You want it bland, but you're putting saffron with it.
Jane?
Yeah, it's a great dish.
We're either in for a treat or our mouths are going to come out with white flags surrendering. I'm very concerned about Jane's saffron mash. The beauty of mashed potato is it is a bland thing. That's what it's there for. You start sticking saffron with it, the mashed potato becomes a strong flavouring on its own. That's not what mashed potato is for. You have 15 minutes. Are you going to be ready?
Andrew has proved he's good with meat, But can this tough biker also produce delicate desserts?
I love figs. And did you know when you see green figs on a tree, like this time of year, they will not be mature till next year?
Well, I'm fascinated by this, Andrew. This is going in with red wine, these figs.
Yeah.
John, Cabernet Sauvignon?
Cabernet Sauvignon and figs. You're not too concerned it's a bit heavy for us? I mean, figs are quite a delicate flavour.
I have my concerns about Andrew's dish. I'm worried that he's taking a beautiful thing like a fig and he's going to completely drown it. You've got very little chance of tasting the fig. You have 3 minutes. Unless you're going to boil an egg, I'll finish up.
The hour is almost up. Which of the contestants is the best cook and worthy of a place in the quarter-finals?
That's it! That is it!
Paul's starter is tamarind-flavoured chicken skewers with cucumber and cumin yoghurt dip. His main course is spicy pork with saffron rice and banana curry.
Come on. Nicely cooked. Lovely taste of tamarind. Coolness of the yoghurt. All very, very defined flavours.
Cheers and please.
Love your chicken. Love the sweetness of the tamarind.
Yeah.
Hey, I really like this.
Paul's starter is a hit, but what will the judges make of his ethnic-inspired second course?
Your pork dish is very interesting. This is the banana curry around the outside?
Yes, I'm sure you'll find that the flavour will complement the pork and the rice.
The most intense flavour there is the saffron.
Yep.
It's quite strong. The pork, unfortunately, because it's a tenderloin, has very little flavour to it, and it sort of gets lost in the whole lot.
Okay.
I was fascinated by this banana curry sauce. I think you might be on the verge, if we let you through, of maybe creating some sort of urban chic food here that's not been seen before. Because I'm really, really impressed by these mixtures of textures and flavours. And I think you are just on the verge of bling-bling in food.
Paul's culinary creativity gets the thumbs up. Jane has made a 5-spice duck breast with saffron mash and creamy spinach, followed by amaretto chocolate pudding with strawberries and cream.
This worries me. Saffron mash, it's worried me from the start. See, mash to me, it's not supposed to compete as a flavour. It's just supposed to mop up all the other flavours, and that's the beauty of mash. I see a little bit of your yesterday cooking in you today.
The last time I went to a Chinese restaurant and had 5-spice duck, there wasn't mashed potatoes as a side dish anyway. I've never had a wonton and mash. I think you're a very good cook. You work really hard, but you just need to take 1 or 2 ingredients away. You don't need to do so much.
What will the judges make of her second course?
Jane, I look at this and I know I'm going to be happy before I've even tasted it. It's a stunningly good pud. When are you going to learn? When are you going to have the confidence to leave it alone?
Well, I'm learning all the time. I'm learning a lot from just being here.
We don't want a student, we want a master chef.
Yeah.
This is very tight, very clean, very well cooked. Can I tell you what? I'm about to have a second spoonful of dessert.
And John doesn't like dessert.
I don't like dessert. If I take you through to the next round, are you going to make me buzz?
Yes, I'll make you buzz. I'll take a lot of what we got at the restaurant today, because that was just a total eye-opener as to how things should be done.
Jane's confidence is growing, but will it be enough to get her through? Meat-loving Andrew has made spicy rack of lamb with tomato, chickpeas and couscous. For dessert, he's made a pudding of figs, poached in sweet red wine and cardamom ice cream.
Andrew, this is looking a little bit messy. Watch.
Yeah.
Not particularly good, and what that does is then it means that you're not going to necessarily enjoy your food. Good flavours. Spices work well. Tomato quite reduced, which may be a bit sweet and maybe a bit sickly.
Okay.
Oh. You handle meat with knowledge and sympathy, and I really like it. And I reckon the bigger the joint, the happier you are.
Yeah.
That shows me that you understand different flavours and spices. Good. Very good.
Can this meaty cook now demonstrate he has a delicate side?
I think it's a lovely, clean-looking dish. 3 figs, wonderful. It looks good, Andrew. And I'm impressed. Figs, predominant flavour. Cardamom ice cream, quite good. The problem with this, the red wine, it's too blackberry-like. And I think if you use just a lighter red, a lot more sugar, I think you'll end up with a better flavour. Oh, that's good ice cream. Oh, that's very good ice cream.
Has Andrew's heavy red wine sauce let him down?
Unfortunately, 2 of you are going home, and only 1 of you can come through with us to the quarterfinals. Go and have a cup of tea, and we'll see you back when we made a decision.
The contestants now have an anxious wait while the judges come to their decision.
I'm really, really excited about Paul. I always say inventiveness is the curse of modern cuisine, and 1 people in 100,000 can actually invent dishes and get them right. And I think he might be one of them.
I would love to go for, obviously, the opportunities that are there, you know, obviously sort of reflecting back to running my own restaurant. I think this would be the ideal foot in the door to kind of get me in the right direction for that.
I think that his basics are good. I mean, anybody who decides to put some tamarind paste with some chicken and grill it very simply and put it on a plate, I think it's fantastic. I'm concerned whether he's really got the want and the will to come through to become a professional. Let's go back to Jane.
Some of the stuff she does is absolutely brilliant, individually. She can't yet make a plate of food.
They're the judges, they're the people I need to please. And I didn't please them as much as I wanted, as much as I wish I had.
She's trying very hard. She wants to learn, she wants to think about things. I think Jane wants it more than either of them.
I am not sure about Andrew. I don't think he's got the talent as yet. I haven't seen the man cook a vegetable yet. I'm not sure that he could.
I'm very happy, you know, I mean, confident. You know, there's a bit of talent in that room, eh? So, as for going through it the next bit, I just don't know, eh? That's for other people to decide.
There's a guy who's found his niche. The figs and the cardamom ice cream show me that he can do a little bit more than that. But I don't think he should go any further on the journey now. I think that he should go and do what he is really good at and what he loves to do. But we're looking at Masterchef. So that leaves us with Jane and Paul.
I know she will eventually be a great cook. I just think it's unfortunate that she's come up against Paul.
Are you sure? Pork and bananas.
But he says, I like people to interact with food, and he means it. He has a joy of eating and a joy of cooking.
I like Paul, again, I like what he did, but I don't know if he's got enough inside him to take him any further. Thank you. But as you know, only 1 of you can go through. The person becoming a quarter-finalist is Paul.
You're joking, mate.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. Really am. But thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to go through.
Well done, Paul. Good on you, Paul.
Oh. I've just had 2 fantastic days. It's been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Obviously, I'm a bit disappointed. I would have liked to have got further, but I'm not walking away kicking myself.
I'm so surprised and shocked and overwhelmed, absolutely overwhelmed. I'm really going to look at cooking as a serious thing and potentially something that's going to take over my professional career.
Paul will be back on Friday, where he will battle against 3 other exceptional cooks for the title of Masterchef. Think you've got what it takes to be a Masterchef? Test yourself online. Go to bbc.co.uk/food and follow the Masterchef links.
I don't mind people getting things wrong if they know why they've got them wrong.